Hi, Leo, and welcome to Infinity Tarot and Oracle. My name is Mary, and I'm going to be doing a love read for you today. We're just going to be kind of seeing, I'm just going to pull some cards. I'm not going to be using any kind of particular spread. And just a disclaimer, this reading may not resonate with everyone. I've asked that those who need to hear this message be drawn to this reading by the universe. So if you were drawn here, you're meant to hear it. And it is not time sensitive. I'm so sorry, I can't find the right word right now. It's not, it's timeless. So when you're drawn to it, you're meant to hear it. Even if it's like years from now that you're watching this, because I'm filming this right now on a Saturday evening. I just did a personal reading for somebody, and I was like, it's so cozy in here, and there's like a good vibe. So I'm like, let me do a reading for the channel because I had been so busy for so long, I hadn't had a chance to do any. So I kind of do my own thing. Sometimes I might pull some regular tarot. I'm going to start with the fairies. I usually go to the book with them because I want to be sure that I'm getting the proper message, and I don't feel like I've worked with the fairies enough yet to just decipher what the cards are telling me intuitively. But sometimes I do get intuitive messages. So I just want to throw that out there so that nobody gets angry, because sometimes I do get intuitive messages and I will say them, even if they're not necessarily exactly what you might have seen in the book that goes with these fairies. And I'm sorry the lighting isn't great, but I had such a nice, peaceful atmosphere. I really didn't want to disturb it with light. And on top of it, my dogs my two chihuahuas tend to be like quiet and wound down when it's like darker like this, because the lights and stuff, of course, I don't know, right now they're just both snoozing. So it's like, okay, it's good. So that hopefully they don't bark. But we're going to just kind of find out what's happening between the Leo drawn to this video and their love interest, or what's happening in their love life if they don't have a love interest, what might be coming, that kind of thing. And like I said, I'm not going to use a particular spread, just pull whatever I'm drawn to pull, and I will tell you what I'm guided to tell you, because that's what I find works best and is most accurate. Okay, so I hope that works for everybody. If it does, stick around. Let's see what's going to come out. Okay, the fairies have been active for me lately. They've been really good to work with. So, and I have a little light here. I might have to move from time to time to show you something because it's just not enough with the candles. At this time, I'd like to say a little prayer of gratitude in advance that I am given the ability to be a clear channel for myself and the Leo guided to watch this video in the romantic love department. I call upon my guides and angels and the Leo that's watching this, their guides and angels, to come together to deliver messages through me for the person watching. I ask that any other universal beings of love and light join in who may have insight to add to this reading. And I declare this space free and clear of negative entities and energies. You are not welcome here during this time. The space is clear of negativity. Thank you. Okay. Fairies. We're going to connect with the energies of Leo and love. Leo is in love. What do you have to say, fairies? What's happening in the love department for our Leos? Fairies. Pulling in the energies of Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay, so we have card 9, which is the Singer of Initiation. And we have the Oakman, card 47 and 11. I'm going to go with those being the overall energies of your love relationship or relationship to be if you're single. Let's see here what they have to say. So 9s can be, like completing out a cycle, going into something new. And here in the fairy book, this deck has a huge hardbound book with it. There's a lot of information. So though I've been reading it, I like to refer to it. So this singer of initiation represents passage through trial, triumph, new level. That's so exciting, Leo. So you're passing through a dark time that you kind of thought you might not come out of, that was really hard. And you weren't sure if you were going to even make it many days. But this card is saying you're going to be triumphant and you're moving to a new level. The presence of the singer of initiation in a reading often presages a period of success. See, it's coming. There's a period of triumph and success coming, of seeing, accepting, and using our own powers at a higher and more ethical level. We move into greater fulfillment of our potentials. It also means taking on a new level of responsibility for ourselves and in the world. The gate is open to us, but we must take the action of stepping through it. So, Leo, you're being asked to accept this new level, understand that what you went through has made you into the person you are now, and it helped to shape you into what's coming. A better version of you, a better version of your love life, a better version of your romantic love, something really great. This is a new decade coming up soon. And I think this past decade, especially toward the end of it, has been hard for so many signs. And I'm seeing a lot of positive things coming in the future for people in this new decade. I feel like it's going to be more celebratory and less painful for a lot of signs. And I'm feeling that for you as well, Leo. So rest assured, triumphant times are coming. The pain is coming to an end. You're leveling up. You're ascending. You've been receiving downloads that are changing you. The past recent years have changed you drastically. Don't let it get you down. Don't let it break your spirit. Don't let it turn you bitter in any way, shape, or form, because this is the singer of initiation telling you that you're about to be pushed into a new level that's going to be absolutely magnificent. And so the Oakman, card 47, represents strength, ancient wisdom, and depth. This card depicts the strength and wisdom of age. It also reminds us that we need to know. What is truly there to be seen cannot be discovered by a superficial glance and hasty reaction. In a reading, the Oakman tells us to look slowly and deeply into the heart of the matter and to see past the superficialities of the surface. Consider the history of the situation in depth and learn from the past. Like I just said, you've been through so much and you are learning, you're becoming wise. You have the tools you need now to go into this more celebratory period in your life and to live it to its fullest with bliss. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so I'm sorry, I lost my place there, but I get these messages as I'm reading and I have to say it. So there we go. Consult others with more experience than you have. Learn from the wisdom of the elders, both those available to you personally and those you encounter in books and elsewhere. In this matter, it will be wise to make your decision after more pondering and study of the situation. Consider motivations in depth. Take action only after thorough deliberation. The Oakman tells us that the haste may be, at this moment, our worst enemy. They also suggest that we might learn a lot from trees. And it's interesting because I was thinking this, like, the trees are just... I was told once by somebody to watch, I think it's called The Secret Life of Trees, or the Secret Language of Trees, something to that effect. I need to look that up and see it. Consider the trees and their wisdom. Connect with the wise old one, and ask for help. So I had a really wise lady who is, I think, around 80. And if you see this, Miss Vicky, forgive me that's not the case, but she has helped guide me. She's been almost like a personal guide that I met through a very dark period. And she advised me a few different times to just find a tree, go out in your backyard and feel one that draws it to you, and put your, we have chakras in the palms of our hands. So put the palms of your hands on the tree and ask the tree to take your cares and worries. The tree has seen so much. It has weathered so many storms to get to that big, tall tree that it is right now. It has seen people come, people go, storms come, storms go, and it knows that the sun will rise after every storm eventually. It cannot rain forever. And it knows that. It's seen rain and wind and sun and warmth and freezing bitter cold, but it still stands strong, like you, Leo. So know that nature is there. When you're called upon to look up and around you, know that you're not alone, because the spirits of our ancestors are in the trees. They're there surrounding you. And I was recently lucky enough to move to a place where there's a lot of trees surrounding me. My one chihuahua is just snoring so loud right now. I don't know if you can hear him. He's so cute. Oh my God. He's sleeping so soundly. It's so peaceful in here. But I feel such peace being surrounded by them. I look around and I'm like, I just have, in my older age, I'm 45 now, I've grown to really appreciate the trees. And I found that when you put your hands on them and just maybe even lay the side of your face on one, and just ask it to take your worries, it really does help. And it kind of re-energizes you and gives you some strength and faith that you lacked before you walked up to it. And if you can't get outside for whatever reason, it's okay. You can just look through a window at one and tell it, with your mind, I seek your wisdom and knowledge of the times, and help me through this right now. Take my worries, take my cares. And so definitely the trees are there to guide you. And what's coming in your near future is so happy that, and it stems from great ancient wisdom passing down through the generations and evolving to a very healed place where you're finally coming to, Leo. A very healed place you're finally coming to. It's been rough, but the spirit world and the universe is asking me to tell you that it's about to get a lot better for you in the love department. Make sure you're just, using your intuition with every situation. Take the lessons that you've learned, the pain that you've experienced in past situations, interactions, encounters, relationships, both long and short, and apply that with a new perspective to the new incoming love, or the existing love that's rekindling, or the love that you have but want to build on. Apply that ancient wisdom. Okay, what else, fairies? That's some really good stuff. Thank you, fairies. Thank you. What else can you tell Leos about the upcoming situation in the romantic love department? They're asking you to stand strong and have faith like the trees. And we have card 14. Just a 5, which indicates change. The Caden, she's so cute. I love the fairies. This deck has just been so amazing to work with. I really, really love it. Let's see here. What does Caden have to add to this for you in the love department? 14, 5. Oh my goodness. So auspicious beginnings, birth, growth, joy, and hope. I'm so excited for you, Leo. I just feel this overwhelming sense of like, oh, thank God. That's what I'm like getting. Like, oh, thank God that's over. And there's so much growth, right? This card here, Caden, she represents growth, birth, hope, joy. Look what trees represent: growth, staying strong through the storm, moving into triumph after painful times. So let's see here what else Caden has to say. you know what? I feel so bad. I think I'm saying Caden. This writing is so scripty on these cards that it's very hard for me to read some, even in tremendous light. And I'm seeing here that it's the maiden, not Caden. Forgive me for that. Anybody who's watching who knows this deck is probably like, Caden, what is she talking about? I'm so sorry. That honest to God looks like a K to me, even when I shine the bright light on it. And I haven't had her come up much for me since I've been using this I think maybe once in months. So anyways, the maiden, maybe her name is Caden, huh? The maiden signifies new beginnings and growth. You couldn't ask for a more auspicious card than this if you are beginning something new. This is so exciting. I feel like a lot of you Leos have new love coming in, or there's going to be a rekindling of a past love. I almost get that feeling because trees are so old and they have so much in them, and they just weather the storm like somebody that you've been with in the past. You guys have weathered a storm together and been through some turbulent times, but it's like the wind is dying down and the sun is coming up and the rain is tapering off and love and light and joy are coming in for you soon. Okay, so spontaneity, joy, growth, exhilaration, and promise for the future are signified here, just like I've been telling you. We must note also that in the early stages of any process, there is vulnerability and a need for protection, shelter, and guidance, but there is also a magical impetus toward burgeoning growth. Trust the process, but take care of the details as well. The maiden is also the inner child who needs to be under the supervision of a competent inner adult in order for her to feel secure and loved. She is not happy when we spoil her. Consider what is growing in your life. Make a list of your hopes and dreams and plans and look for the growth within you and think about how you can cherish and nurture that. Bless the growth you see around you. So, Leo, get a gratitude journal and start, saying thank you in it for the things that you have had, even the painful experiences, because they are growing you into one of those wise old oak trees that withstand so much and still manage to persevere through it all, and to see the light of day and the calm after the storm to come through. So practice some gratitude writing. I walk around sometimes and say, and I learned this from one of my favorite inspirations, which is Abraham Hicks. Walk around outside in my head and go like, you are my favorite tree, you are my favorite bush, you are my favorite flower, to every single one that I see. And it just like raises your vibration to help bring in something joyful, something exciting, something, wonderful. The higher you keep up your vibration, the better your romantic, not only your romantic love life, but all aspects of your life will be. So keep up the vibration, draw upon the wisdom of the past, know that new beginnings, you've got a couple card, like every one of these cards is like has an aspect of new beginnings and sincere, extreme growth attached to it. And so, and it's like, you need to nurture your inner child, send your inner child love. Send love to the inner child of your love prospect or your current love interest or the one you already have that you need to renew things with in a more spontaneous, joyful, loving, exciting way. Send them, romantic gestures, even in your mind. You can visualize a candlelight dinner where you're just having the best meal ever, the best conversation ever, the best night. It's just all falling into place, including like a parking space opening up right by the door. And so that's just kind of the feeling I'm getting for you coming up in the love department, Leo, is like you're about to get everything that you've been wanting. But you just need to refer to the wisdom of the past, the wisdom of even maybe some elderly family members. My grandmother used to tell me when I was little, watch how a man treats his mom, because when he marries you, that's exactly how he's going to treat you someday. So pay attention to these things. Make sure you're taking care of that inner child in you, that he or she has been through a lot, and now you need to be the parent to that child to protect them from further harm. But you don't have a lot of going on here to protect that inner child from, because there's just so much good coming in the romantic love life for you. And I think it's going to be spontaneous, exciting, fiery, It's just going to be amazing. You have the upcoming days, and this new decade we're about to enter into are going to be brought in with joy, hope, and a healed soul for you, Leo. And the perfect one, if you don't have one, is going to be coming to you for sure, because new beginnings are coming, and it's just going to be really good. I can tell by what's coming out here. Let's see. I don't know why, but I feel like we should pull one more. Okay. Fairies. My Leos watching. What else do they need to know? I think you've given them a lot of information. Fairies, thank you for that. Can we give them something else to take with them? One more thing to tie this story together. Romantic love life for our Leos watching. I'm going to try to say it right this time. It looks like this is Indy, card 63, another 9, Leo, another 9. That's your second 9. Wrapping up things, moving into something new. Indy, what do you have to say to my Leos watching? My beautiful Leos watching. I feel like you have a beautiful soul, Leo, that's watching right now. I feel like you need to know that. Your soul is just so beautiful, and the spirit world is so proud of you for all that you've been through, and they want you to know that you're going to be blessed tremendously in the love department here pretty soon. So Indy is about indecision, commitment, and decision making. Let's see. So Indy is telling you it's decision time. Time to make up your mind, make a decision, and stick to your commitments. Set yourself a definite time period to complete your decision. Write down to the day and hour. Give yourself time to put the decision into practice before it is too late. Once the arbitrary but carefully judged decision time is set, ask for guidance for the highest good, then weigh, consider, ponder, and gather information. If we do this, if we have asked for aid, the answer seems to somehow fall magically into place at the appointed time. Then it's just a matter of trusting the answer and carrying it through. We can ask for help with that as well if we wish. It is willingly given. So you have help from your ancestors. You have help from the spirits that are within the trees around you. You have been trying to wrap up a tough cycle, and the universe is like, okay, now it's time to make your decision. I think might be for some specific people that are watching, not all, this card in particular, because I feel like you've been torn between something in life, and I'm here to tell you, you need to follow your heart. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. It'll never steer you wrong. It knows what it wants. It knows what your higher self wants. It knows what your soul wants. It knows what your soul was here to do. And it's always trying to direct you. Don't be afraid. I'm being told, don't be afraid. Make your decision. And once you do, everything else is going to fall into place as far as your love life goes. And you will have such joy coming in that you never thought it could be possible to be that happy and fulfilled. But you can't sit in indecision. And I find that I've been told once that you want to live in the question, right? When you ask a question mentally to the universe or write it down on a piece of paper, that gives space for the universe to send you the answer to that question. So what do I need to know now about love? Ask that, But like they said, write down it. If you're like torn between two, if you're someone watching and you're torn between two love interests or two love situations, it's time to end one and take this new beginning into full throttle for the next one that's meant to be. So like they said, give yourself a deadline. Okay, by December 1st, 4 p.m., December 1st, 2019, I will decide and leave it at that. Or I will make my decision. And then ask for guidance from your angels, from the universe, to make the best decision. And on that day, on that time, whatever is in your heart at that moment, they say when you flip a coin, you always really know what you want right when it's up in the air, because you're hoping for one side or the other to come out. And I don't feel like this is for everybody watching this particular card and this message, but that's for somebody. You know what you really want, don't you? If you were to flip a coin, if you had two people that you have in your life that you have to choose from, and in the love interest, the romantic love department, and you said to yourself, if I were and they were to show up on a bridge, if they didn't show up and I never saw them again, how would I feel? And it doesn't mean that, you can, and I'm sorry, that really isn't coming out right. I'm getting a lot of messages and it's just not coming out particularly clearly for this one. Let's say your love interest asked you to meet them on a bridge if you wanted to move forward with them. And if you don't show up, the door closes permanently to the romantic love department with this person. Would you show up? If you answer yes to that, then that's probably the person that you need to choose. So that's just a message for some, and I'm sorry it was kind of muddled the first time I said it, but like I said, when a lot is coming in, it can be hard to decipher. But all in all, I feel like this indecision part is particularly for just a handful. The rest of you Leos, I feel like you have everything you need now. The doors are opening to a new romantic cycle that's just going to be so happy for you. So much growth has occurred, and the energies are telling you you're ready for it now. You're ready for it. So no more waiting, okay? I'm sorry this is kind of long, but I felt like I needed to deliver all of those messages. So if you liked this video, please click like and support the channel. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and click the bell so you know when new readings are coming up. I tend to kind of go kind of sporadically right now with what intuitively comes to me. If you would like a personal reading, I am doing a 1-question reading on my Etsy page. You'll find the link in the description box below. It's just $4.44, and it's done just like this by video specifically for you. And you can go there and see my reviews. I've been really hitting the nail on the head for people. So it's been really working out well. And this is kind of like a grand opening to my channel special. So I'm not going to keep it at that price forever, because I do go like 12, generally it's a minimum of 12 minutes generally, unless it's just a yes or no question you have that I can't elaborate on much. But almost everyone has been very lengthy because I can talk, as you can see. So I'm wishing you all the best, Leo. I'm sending you prayers for love and abundance and joy and the faith. Keep the faith and hope alive, because it's surrounding you. You have everything you need now. So thank you so much, Leo. Wishing you all the best in love. Have a blessed rest of your life. Bye.